What's up, guys? It's Ruben here. Today we are talking about a topic that matters to each and every one of us, and that is money. By the end of the video today, you'll have a better understanding of how money works and how to use that to your advantage. Going through life and not understanding how money works is like trying to walk on your hands everywhere you go. You're not going to make much progress, and you're just going to end up exhausted. When you begin to understand how money works, you can realize that just $10 a day can make you a millionaire over your lifetime. You realize that you can start designing your life to where you can start working less while making money and doing things that matter to you more. Watching this entire video will show you how over time you can start to work less, have more freedom, and eventually buy that dream car that you've always wanted. So let's get right into it. Money isn't real.
But Ruben, how are you going to tell me that money isn't real? I spend it, I earn it, and I like it.
Okay, so here's why money isn't real, and I have to get into some details, so stick with me. Our money used to be backed by gold, which was called the gold standard. And this was before 1971. You see, every dollar that you had was backed by a reserve of gold, meaning that your dollar was actually worth something. And at any time, we could exchange these dollars for gold. And this was valuable because the US couldn't just print more money. If they wanted to have more money, they had to have more gold. But after 1971, everything changed. You see, we had to get off the gold standard, basically because of market conditions, making it to where every country and a whole lot of US people wanted to trade their money in for gold. And we either didn't have enough gold or we didn't want the foreign powers to have all our gold. And so we had to get off the gold standard. And so why does this matter to us? You see, when we work for money, we want that worth, that value to be stored and secured. You see, when we work for money, we want our money to be secure. We want our money to be valuable as it was yesterday or even more. But when the government has the opportunity to print money whenever you want, you got to start thinking, man, how does this change my relationship with money? And so that's what we're doing today. We're realizing that currency, at least the US dollar, is fiat, it is fake, and how that changes our perspective with money. And you see, nobody wants to have 2 to 3% less value every single year. And so we have to do something about it. You see, it's such an interesting time as we pass all these COVID bills. And I'm not here to say it's right or wrong. I know there's people out there that need support and were affected unfairly. But all I know is that these principles of understanding how money works are more important than ever. You know, the best way to take advantage of inflation is to inflate the like button. If you would, just go below, push the thumb, make it go blue. Helps the channel out so much. I'm watching. I can't see you. Okay, so now we know money isn't real. How do we need to change our financial strategy? We need to stop looking at finances as money and look at it as value. Value is different than currency. It is real and it's unchanging. You see, an investment property is a great way to buy value. You see, over time, inflation is going to work in your favor because that rental property, when done right, will be worth more and more as you take care of it. You see, as inflation goes up 2 to 3% every single year, and we talked about how at 20 to 25 years, the value of money is halved. The same thing works in the other way. When you buy an investment property worth, let's say, $110,000 today, 20 to 25 years down the road, that is going to be double. That is going to be a $200,000 investment property. This is how you use money to your advantage. When you understand how it works, you change your mindset and you get to become in control of your finances. You see, once you understand how money works, and you start to buy value, I've got to say, welcome to the good life. You see, there's so many ways to use money to your advantage. Another example is stocks. You see, when you buy stocks, you're buying something now with the assumption that is going to grow over time. And you need to understand what you're investing in. You need to do your homework to do this right. But if you do it right, you are taking advantage of how money works. And you see, I know that most people don't inherit their money, but if you just start small over time, of course you're not going to see results right away, but it's exponential as you continue to put more money into it. And eventually you're having gains come in and you realize, I don't even have to work anymore. I can do the things that matter most to me. I can stop spending my income and continually invest that over and over again until finally I have the freedom to do whatever I want, and money is no longer an issue. Money is no longer something that I worry about. You see, you are no longer controlled by money, and this is the good life. As I gave an example of real estate earlier, that's another thing. Learn how real estate works. Learn and put the time in. Read books. Study areas. Study a niche. For me, I am a real estate investor. I'm into duplexes because I've studied them. I know what price is right. And in a market like it is today where everything sells so quickly, you've got to be able to move quickly. You've got to be able to move fast. But it is a huge opportunity to have cash flow. Let's say that you get 2 or 3, 4, 5 different rental properties, and pretty quickly you realize, hey, all these rental properties that people are paying money to me for can cover my living expenses. And now you're living for free. You see, when you take advantage of how money works, you can understand that your life is limitless and you can have all this opportunity to do whatever you want in life. You see, cryptocurrency is another investment that we have the opportunity to take advantage of. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are attractive because they get away from a lot of the concerns we talked about earlier. They are not controlled by the government. Supposedly, there's only going to ever be 21 million Bitcoin, for example. It is decentralized, which means nobody controls it and nobody is able to manipulate the price of a Bitcoin besides just supply and demand over time. People like Bitcoin because the government can't print more. And with the technology of blockchain, there's no way to double spend your money. You're not going to lose it unless you lose your keys, your passwords, and it's almost impossible to hack. I'm not telling you to get into crypto. I've become interested in it, and I'm actually not quite ready to invest, but I've been learning about it, and I encourage you to do the same. You see, I could tell you 20 more opportunities right now, but we have to end this video somewhere. And so if you found value from this, please, like I said earlier, like this video. Also, comment below. Would love to continue the conversation. You can subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll get an alert when I post every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. And so lastly, I want to leave you with this question. Who is in control of your finances?